Yeah, I think about 8 years ago or something like that. It was the first time I did it kind of solo, and it was at a place, the Bank Bar in Dundee. That's like my sort of local. They're quite good for like music. It's quite a good environment for people. Like if oh that my
Ah,
kittens playing with my feet, but yeah, it's a nice environment like there to play and like for someone to play for the first time and stuff. So they're quite a nice crowd, and they're all into like. I swear I heard some of my favorite songs for the first time, like people covering or like doing like old traditional songs and stuff.
so
So that's really nice.
there's a pretty vibrant music scene in Dundee, or
Yeah, it's quite like because it's a funny place because it's kind of like it's a really small city, but it's got a lot of students. And then it has like little different music scenes. There's quite a lot going on, but they're not always joined together. So it's like once you find out about one thing, you find out about others. That was what I first started singing away. I was always singing away in the shower and stuff. I was always, I liked quite, I really like, I've always really liked like Brian Ferry and David Bowie. And I really like vibrato. Like I really like it's like even like bird song and stuff. I really like warbly, like warbly sound. Because I was listening to like people. I like Mississippi John Hart and things, but I like when they. I like I like kind of like a Johnny Cash type of rumbling
Took my lamp
voice.
sip, my beat tunes, my microphone here too. Go hold it up. Oh, go hold it
And then I like
up.
warbling ones, and I like quite high, sweet female voices. Those are the things that. So those are like the kind of things that I'm trying to mimic at first, I think. And then mash them together. I like the way this like old blues singers can put quite a lot of feeling into something that can be a bit silly or like commonplace kind of thing. Like the R.L. Burnside one. It's got one. See my jumper hanging on the line. I really like it, but he sounds so like got that really bluesy emotional tone, but he's singing about his jumper. And I was like, I'll try and make like a kind of silly one, but use that tone to make it. It's kind of fun to do that one. It's fun.
Now I'm shaking in my boots. There must be something I can do. Oh Lord, I got the drugstore blues.
is that what Medicine Man? Is that the character? Are you playing a character with that one then?
Sort of, but like a sort of everyman character. I like that story, that type of story where it's like an everyday thing and an everyday guy, and it gets a bit silly as it goes on. Someone gets put in a funny situation. I like those kind of tales. Like so yeah, it's kind of like almost like a bluesy character of like a guy that's like uh does that sort of everyman guy that gets down on his luck, but it's kind of like gets his way out of it a bit. I like that character. Well, I quite like
Took my lamp sip, my
Jake
beat
Thackeray does
tunes,
it a lot, but I
my
quite like when it loops back
microphone here
around.
too.
So he just has a silly journey where it gets harder and harder to find his cough medicine. And then he gets fed up and goes to the pub and just has whiskey instead. And then he wakes up feeling worse than ever. So that's like the ending. So he sort of looks around again. I like when it either builds up or it just stops, but in a kind of funny way.
Where's Dundee exactly?
Central East Scotland. So it's like about it's quite close. It's like an hour and a half away from Glasgow and an hour and a half away from Edinburgh. So it's kind of like
Okay.
a wee like the fourth biggest one. So it's
Okay.
but it feels a lot smaller than it is. Like musically, it's like a little village. So if you go, you kind of know everybody. That there's wee crowds and everybody kind of knows each other that does music thing.
Yeah, that's one thing I picked up from you is yeah, this like folky playing and playing quite often. You know, you get out and play music a lot, I guess.
Yeah, 'cause I really like I like open mics and things because I think my favorite environment's like when it's a bit random and you don't quite know what people are going to do. And I quite like listening to older players and singers that have been doing maybe the same songs for ages, and it kind of it's like they've been doing it so long, it almost feels like it's their song,
Yeah.
and you can associate it with them. Like, you know, there's a few people like that I quite like, where it's like there's some songs that I just won't play because I'm like, oh, that's their one.
Oh, really?
Even though it's like 500 years old.
You are the evergreen and the winter leaves, young and cold.
What's the second song that we picked? It was
Oh, Red and Gold. Is it Red?
that sounds like a more traditional song.
That's kind of that's one of the ones that I'm putting together with the group, like with the group just now. But yeah, it's meant to be a sort of like traditionally one because I quite like songs. Yeah, I quite like folk songs that have nature themes or like you know, like folklore themes and things, and it's just meant to be like a universal story, I suppose. Just a little thing about like weather in different seasons and things, and like I quite like autumn, so that's probably one of my favorite seasons. But it's meant to sound kind of like I want it to sound kind of warm, old and warm, like a sort of comfy or like wooden, you know, like a cabin or something, like a cozy song or something. 'Cause it's meant to be kind of yeah, it's meant to be like that bit where it just starts getting cold. And the season's just changing, and it's put the fire on. So,
Feel the color in your hands, the fire, all the color in your hands, red and gold, red and gold.
But this thing you signed up for, so you signed up for a grant, and then they grant towards an album, and then you met some guys and you formed a band basically at this point.
yeah, so my plan is that like I want to do it a bit like I said to the guys like a bit like Jules Holland style. Yeah, have you seen his show where it's like,
Cool.
so because Dundee's got it's quite small and everybody kind of knows each other, music scene. I want to have different people on each one that I've sort of met over the years that would suit the theme kind of thing, that are into the same type of thing. So I'll have like guests, like guests, and yeah. So I you put forward like a project what you're gonna do. So it's the project's called Red and Gold, and it's meant to be like few songs that do a wee journey through the seasons, and then have different people on each one.
Is it play off the songs you kind of grew up with too? Do you guys grow up with a lot of traditional music in Scotland, or?
Um, I think some people like it depends where you're from. I think because I think like if you're from like up quite far up north, then there's quite big folk scene and like quite tight communities, like small communities, and like there'd be more folk music around. I think, but like I think the stuff that we used to listen to, just like me and my family, the ones that we all liked. There were certain ones like we all had our own taste, and there were certain ones that we all liked. So we always, you know, as growing up, I think it was always like quite a lot of 80s stuff, like The Cure, and we
Nice.
all liked The Cure and the Human, and everybody liked Bob Dylan. So he always got on in the car because everyone quite liked him. And then there was a few other ones. Yeah, Johnny Cash. We all liked Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, and then the 80s.
You are the evergreen and the winter leaves, young and cold, and you are the evergreen as the winter leaves. light the fire.
So it's like a little. I like the idea of things being like, yeah, like a story, like a long story that you follow through and it has like the sounds of each. But it's kind of got two themes. It's like the nature bit, and then it's about a little bit about like a creative theme, about being creative and how like when you in the winter you sort of like cozy up and you can write stories and tell stories and stuff. I like that idea. Like, although I suppose a modern version would just feel like watching watching Netflix or
Yeah,
something
yeah. Yeah,
in the winter,
that's how it
eating
always turns out, right?
chocolate. But the same thing, I suppose. It's just someone else telling the tale.
Like the evening and the afterglow, even the embers red and gold, light the fire, feel the color in your hands.
Oh, there's your cat. I knew your cat was going to jump in. But you have more than one, right? I see it.
Just
Oh,
one.
no.
That's Rosie. She's quite friendly. She likes to see what's going on. She's never been out. She's like an adopted one, so she's never been out. She's like one, so I think she doesn't really seem too interested in going out. So it's quite good because I'm quite near a road. So
It's scary
yeah.
outside. Yeah, we're in the city, and there's one cat that we're in like in the city, and I see one black cat walking around. I was like, I never see cats here. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. And my neighbor got two cats, and now she walks. I see her going by with a leash, walking her.
Oh,
That's it's strange to see, right? So
I had a really random encounter last night. I was walking home, and this lady was like, "Could you help?" Like, there's a cat sitting in the middle of the road, and I've got a phobia of cats. So like, I had to walk her past the cat.
oh, she's a phobia of cats. No way.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like just a really cute, like relaxed looking black cat, just like looked like totally just lounging. Which yeah.
You did your good deed. You did your good deed for the night.
But the cat was looking like, what's going on? I'm just 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 sitting down.
Did you go between her and the cat then?
Yeah, yeah, just like a little bodyguard against this relaxing cat.
You're so brave, Andrew. You're so brave.
And I'd like more we missions like that.
Yeah, really. The cat attacks you. You walk by it and you get attacked. That'd be kind of funny.
But only protect people from like harmless things.
So we are at song number 3, which is I have it here.
Bell Boys.
Bellboys. Yeah, I get a kind of not because of the title only, but this like Bell and Sebastian kind of Sean a little bit. You know Bell and Sebastian?
We ring the bell, boys. It's time.
I think I was reading an article about them, and I thought it was quite cool because apparently they started off through like they got funding through a wee community group. They all pitched in or something to do their first album, so that was quite cool. And then I really like their style. It's quite lyrical because I quite like the Smiths in that as well. That kind of like lyrical, slightly. It's quite light. It's very light, but kind of like tongue in cheek as well. Some of it.
Yeah.
So like, I picked that one because it's like that's one of the ones that's a bit like it's just a bit of night out really. So it's like an everyday situation.
Love and sing, or ring the bell, boys. It's time. We ring the bell, boys.
I was trying to get across like when you're like sort of have a night out and you meet all interesting people and it feels a bit magical, and then but you've kind of got to go home because you got stuff to do. You know, like and it's that kind of thing of like the night, halfway between the night, where you're like, oh, should I go or should I stay? Like that kind of thing. So it's like try to get home before midnight So it's like a kind of. I think I'm going to put a wee jokey image on it, like a Cinderella shoe or something, and like someone trying to get home. But that was one of the ones just sort of popped out, and then it was a really quick one. I'll probably put a wee bit of piano on it. It's meant to be almost like a lullaby. It's meant to be almost like kind of send you on your way home type of song. I do a little group in Dundee, it's themed around like Gaslight Cafe, so it's like in a cafe once a month, and we just get together and like share brand new stuff. So like little bits and pieces. It's maybe not you don't want to perform yet, or you just want to chat about, or like get ideas about it. And that's quite fun because that's what I like the most, just like the creating bit, like when it's all just coming together.
Yeah, and it's nice that you can be with other people and because you play until now you play by yourself basically. You're a solo artist, but then it's nice that you can meet these people in the bar or something and talk about music and play together.
Yeah,
It's a really nice scene you guys have there.
yeah, and quite varied, like quite it's quite eclectic. Like everyone's very different styles and stuff, but in the same place. That's quite good.